Welcome back to another episode. Trying to get every single achievement in this game. Last game, I got the Locavore achievements, which is awesome. So now I can plant stuff here, and I got mealwood growing. I even have a chlorine fridge area to store that. So that is quite nice. That means I don't have to use this machine, which takes tons of water to produce food from dirt and water. Gross. Right now, I'm going to be storing a little bit of hydrogen, because there's a buildup here, and I want to have a construction zone here for Metal Refinery. Now, yes, supply, I haven't forgotten about you. Let's process a pip egg. Assume you've got one. Yeah, that's good. I'll pause it for this bit. So I essentially want to store a little bit of this and get this hydrogen to rise up. So I'm going to have this divert it to go down this way, and it'll go into one. Not sure if it's going to be necessary, but I'll even put two. You know what? For metal pour, let's try to go with just the one. Maybe it'll be enough. I don't need it to rise that much. I just need it out in this area to get away from that zone. So let's see if this will do. Careful not to go over my tree. And this will eventually go back into that. So I'll get my team to build that. I'll work with supply here, and I'll be back. Skill point to give out. Who is it? Builder. Well, we might as well give you building. Over here, it looks like I have a cool slush geyser. Not a bad thing. Let's dig that out a little bit. And then over here, I want to take this liquid and pump it up to the Metal Refinery for coolant. Eventually, I'll also have this line go through filtration to be turned to water, but that's only after this thing runs long enough to warm everything up at least above 0 degrees. Exciting news, I have a new hatch, and I have a new stone hatch. Go through the list of all the things. There it is. I'm going to wrangle both of them. Going to interrupt supply from attending to the eggs, so that they can get these things wrangled. And then actually, hold on. I don't have a spot to drop off stone hatch. Also, I don't have to worry now about feeding them if I want to keep stone hatches. Stone, stone, stone. Down. Give them some igneous rock, but issue is this thing's already filled with sand. I should have made this room. I could either do one of two things. I can either make a specific room for the hatches and give them some igneous rock, or I can add a feeding station for them, and I have to move all this over by one. What is my eventual plan? I don't want to have stone hatches like too long. I wonder if I should just use stone hatch for food and then just take the regular hatch over. It's now time to get this hydrogen line be changed. So this should go now over here. And this one should go up here. That's going to start storing hydrogen down in here. And I can start building around this area soon. So I'm going to change or start putting in some more heavy watt wires. I want this machine to be covered at 2. Is that what it is? 240? While I'm waiting for the hydrogen to filter at the top of the base, I'm going to put in my... Hold on. Do I have the research for this? Maybe scientist needs to get busy. I want to filter polluted water. Yeah, no, I don't have that water sieve. Scientist, you know what to do. Unfortunately, that means the rest of my team has to work up here in the hydrogen area. We're getting... And looks like they're also going to be looking for some metal ore. So let's do that. Not a lot of metal in this world, because it is metal poor. And we're trying to figure out a plan to get around that and survive, and get every achievement in this game. But let's have the dupe start digging out some more of that while I'm in here processing even more eggs. So O2 is pretty bad up here. I think it's time to finally get an electrolyzer. Put it in this room. Just needs a little power. Of course, connection to water. Looks like there's an egg that's been dropped in. So let's have supply deal with that. I'm wondering if I need to turn on this machine one more time, maybe. Where is mealwood? That's 92%. I have... Let's see, remove this. Pip wandering out here and here. It is a little bit of meat. Oh, technically we don't need to attack you. You don't provide any calories. Research was complete on a water sieve. Let's check the temperature around here. Yeah, we'll be fine. So that's going to bring in polluted water. Not going to connect this right now. And then we'll be able to connect that to a water line later on. Of course, this needs some power. Let's go check the hydrogen situation. Not great, but this system here is just turning on, so that's going to increase the amount of oxygen up here. And that's also in turn going to push the hydrogen up. Looks like the hydrogen is doing a good job of floating up. I'm going to connect these here. And I'm also going to put in a transformer. Let's just dig out an area for that. So I'm going to change the location of the batteries, jumbo batteries that is, to go over here. I'm going to put 5 in this time. So this gives us a little bit more power storage. Transformer I'm going to put here. I'll need a, let's see, maybe change that location because I want to have this go down. And then I'm going to have the transformer. I'll have a smart battery next to it eventually, but this will be how it is for now. And this is going to connect to this circuit and I'll destroy this. But I also want it to handle the pump up here. Getting close. Have they dug out all the metal? Not all of it. This is getting scary. This is getting very scary. Oh, look. Some scrap metal. Like, oh my god. Yeah. At least the food situation is doing decent. I'm able to get some meat. Do that now. Looks like the dupes are ready to isolate this circuit into 2 circuits with the transformer. Just about. So let's do that now. I'm going to cut there and there. So all this battery and the Metal Refinery, as well as this over here hydrogen generator, is on one circuit. And then this is going to connect over here to like this. Now the rest of the base doesn't have power, so I'd better kind of instruct. I think the dupes are kind of idle, but let's make no assumptions there. It's a high priority task, so let's get that done. Again, I need to use this. Oh wait, no, I didn't. So, oh, hatch. Oh, that already has a lullaby. I think all the, oops. Let's get you to bring this egg up to be processed. Will these dupes finish this construction? Uranium ore. Yeah, I suppose. Are we actually out of aluminums? No, we, maybe we were at the time, but someone was able to mine some. Okay, nearly complete. Just have the pump left on the new circuit. Wouldn't mind having a smart battery there, but I don't think that's the current priority. I'll enable one of these. So I could enable all 3 of these, and the circuit would now be safe. Not going to ever use these. Kind of sad that the batteries are... You know what? Let's just do this. I'm going to disable this. Oh. Let's see, where are we at? Supply, you can... Well, let's check if there's... you don't need to do that one egg. You can go out and do stuff. We'll wait till several eggs are ready to be processed. So yeah, I disabled that, and I'm just going to watch. So right now, this electrical circuit on this side isn't being fed by this. The hydrogen is not feeding it. This dupe here is running. They're filling the batteries, which, sure, that's... why the rest of the dupes are idle. Well, I mean, if you're idle, let's just have you run pointlessly. Well, not pointlessly. You're charging batteries. And, yeah, so the rest of the base can just drain these batteries. And once these batteries are low or out, I can destroy them. And I'll enable the transformer again. Any other dupe is looking for something to do. Let's generate our first few pieces of aluminum ore with the Metal Refinery. Well, I'd just really like to have this machine. Oh yeah, that's right, this needs to be here. Kind of. So if I've got that, do I have enough for lights, which... Where should I put the lights? So I put it here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Oh my goodness. You know what? No, I can't. Let's put the light over this side for what now seems like obvious reasons. Just being able to connect this to the smaller circuits with less wiring. Though more... Oh my god. but with more of this. 1, 2, 3. Literally just... oh, I wonder if that's going to have issues. Let's get that wire connected here. That way, whoever's operating this will have some light. I see new egg. Pip egg has been dropped in here, so supply. You're probably actually at the end of your schedule. So, yeah, no, you get enough time. You can do a pit bag for me. We are watching the first aluminum ore be created in this machine here. First thing that'll use this to build will be this here. Tubes are running, providing power. That's okay because you're on a safer circuit now. This water. Oh! Just about to turn this on and realizing where I'm going to dump it. Not the best spot. I'll show you why. So I'm actually going to dump it right here, the line that the pipe is going up. But if I drop it there, and that actually would never, well, it would make, some of it would make it over, but it's just going to make a mess along the way. Here, however, it's going to safely go down to that point. Alright, so I'll make this adjustment. I'll need a liquid bridge. Actually delete that piece of automation so the light is on because I don't have enough aluminum to finish this. So that's going to be the first thing that this will create, you know, or what I'll use from this aluminum from the Metal Refinery is the automation for the lights of this itself. So if that is now on, I can now enable this building. Enable. I'm looking at calories. I like to do that, and I'll go through this in a sec right now, and I'll be back. So I can now enable, have that run. Let's see which tube decides to enable this machine and then run it. Supply is over here, loading some eggs to be processed on this side. Is it going to be scientist? Scientist is running. Let's just make sure they have their lit workspace. That's good news. Pip, you're in the way of the signal switch, or the switch. I'm going to start to, oh, it's already set up to process a pip bag. Speed things up a bit. Let's do that one. Excellent. We're getting some refined metal. Now that, you know, even though I can do this, I also have to be careful of not producing too much because there are things that you need to build with aluminum ore, and there's things you need with metal, and I have to make a balance. Can't just kind of go crazy and just. But my goal was to add heat down here, and it's not quite enough. So, yeah, too bad. Though I suspect I am gonna need more aluminum than that. So I'll let that run, and we'll see what temperature that water, or polluted water, can get to. Just before I forget, let's actually put on. Oh, that light is off. That light is off. I know why that light is off, because my batteries must be out, and the rest of the base has no power. Let's delete that, or destroy those quickly. High priority. There's no point turning on the transformer just now, because these will be partially charged, which is pointless. You guys would be running for nothing if that were to happen. Take these batteries out of my base. Sorry. So I can actually take some metal, or okay, with that I can enable this very quickly. Oxygen system is down, pumps are down, but we're good as long as it's a short period of time. Let's whoops. Oh yeah, you have no power. You're waiting a long time. Okay, transformer. Yay. Hug can happen. can do another one. One thing I'd very much like to be able to do is get this liquid pumping down so that it's well, it's overflowed right now, so getting that. This is fine. This has room to grow, so I'm not concerned. What I'm probably going to do, well, this is later on, but I may get some of this salt water to fall down this to create a salt water that's a decent temperature to run. Let's see. We're currently minus half a degree. This thing's doing its effect and heating up this area here, which is good because I really want to put it inside this because I'm now very low. This is the last of my water. Good news is I'm not burning it up here so much. Let's see, do we... 82%, we're looking better. Do have this guy here that we can eat. One thing I like to do now is build a smart battery here. The wire. Now this may not do a lot because this circuit or that transformer probably needs to be on most of the time, but if it has some possibility being off some of the time, the smart battery will take care of it. Just noticed here that we have heating potential. Aluminum is pretty warm. So what I'd like to do is just have this dropped off. In the same way that this is. Let's see. Actually, let's do that right here. So going to have one of these. Technically doesn't need to, don't want that to be powered. That has the potential to output heat if it is powered. We'll build this and destroy this after. Oh. Okay, I want to make one little change here. Running out of power in the incubator. So as soon as this gets down a little bit, I want the transformer to run. Try this again. It's looking better, so now I can remove this. To redo this. Oh, stone hatch to be processed. I thought one of the dupes was singing for a second. So all I can hear is this go on, off, on, off, on, off. Just for my own sanity, I might change this to be 90. So that way that doesn't go on and off, on and off, on and off. That's so quick. That's a little bit better. Here, I'm going to put refined metal. I'm going to drop aluminum. Let's do this somewhat high priority, but only stuff that I've selected, so it doesn't just go in an infinite loop. That would be painful to watch. Let's select this hot stuff and have that dropped. So someone is dropping it there and sending it to the bottom where it can interact with this. This is 2.5 degrees. That's awesome. We're ready now. I have to watch this very closely. I don't have automation. So, like I said, I'm just only 0.7 where the pump is. Why don't we do this? Just for a little bit of safety. This is actually 454 degrees in here. I'm going to actually build some granite tiles, which interacts with temperature pretty decently. And I'm going to have some granite just for some extra little bit of heating just before it goes into this machine. They'll go in like this, and on this side from there. We're down a pip in this room. We only have 6 of 7, so how about we wrangle this one? And the others are food. So just keep building up this area to have more granite. Interact with these pipes just before. Let's check the temperature. 3 degrees. 4 degrees. So this may not really even be necessary, but well, as time goes on, maybe so. Currently it's 4 degrees, so you know what? I feel comfortable going ahead with this. And we'll just build this granite as time goes on. So that's going to be our water line meeting up here. It's going to meet with this one. Now we want the priority to be on this bottom one because this is kind of like a cache. Oh, this isn't we're causing confusion on this device. So we have two inputs. Let's do this. Let's destroy this. Let's disable this pump for a second. Let's give out 2 skills here. Chef is, we'll give them carrying supply. Same deal. So there's more polluted water here. You know, earlier I decided I was going to control which ones were swept. But any polluted water in the world really might as well just go in here at this point. So once this water empties over here, I'm going to set a liquid bridge and just make it so that the water that goes from the geyser gets the priority. Alright, I think that's going to be it. Oh, let's have a look at this. This is the polluted water being turned into regular water, and we're just making sure that it's good enough temperature before we do that. Before I forget, just add a little bit more granite tiles here. But I'm nervous about this. This is going to shut off at some point. I don't think I want to do the analysis on it. Scientists probably won't like me very much if I get them to do that. Same thing over here. This brine, I also would need to heat it up if I wanted to process it. I need a special machine for that. Have I done the research? I feel like before I leave I should do that, just so if I ever need desalination I have it on hand. Okay, I already have it. What I might want to do is actually dump some of this warm liquid down here and have a second source of water, because other than this cache, well, as well as this one too, I suppose, this is it. This geyser is holding my dupe's life in its hands, depending on how much liquid comes out and whether I'm able to heat it up. All right. Oxygen. So I have another electrolyzer up here. So that is proved oxygen in this area. Electrical circuit. Let's just get rid of those two. So yeah, I've got my big circuit, my heavy watt. That's connected to batteries, the power generator, and then basically everything else except for my fake out circuit over here. Temperature. Yeah, these guys, the electrolyzer rather, are adding a bit of heat. Now I've got 2 of them running. Late light. No, let's not worry about that. Water. Well, I already mentioned. This is, other than that little cache of water, this is my only source of oxygen. That's kind of critical. So I need to find a backup source. There's lots of this salt. It's just a little too warm. But let's deal with that in another episode. Trees. Any acorns? Ooh. Okay. All right. That'll do in the next episode. Check. I haven't busted down any of my rooms. Automation. Just some lights. Automation with the smart battery for transformer. Let's look at our achievements. Did we get any just by trying to survive longer? Nothing here, but let's have a look at the carnivore achievement. 72,000 calories. Alright, and we're on cycle 49. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in another episode.